bloating, running to the toilet again and again, and feeling that it is not completely empty. Are you feeling that problem? It's a very common problem. Don't neglect it. Should I change my diet? That is one of the questions people ask. Should I go for gym? Should I do yoga? Should I do naturopathy? Take certain special diets? Or should I take some supplements? These are some of the questions you will all be wondering. Let us understand what is the cause for all these things, which has become very, very common nowadays. Hi, I am Dr. Rajasekhar M R from Chirag Global Hospital's BTM second stage, Bangalore. Always bloated. Your stomach is always bloated. What could be the reason? Is it IBS? So now let us go one by one, question by question. What is the difference between IBS and regular bloating? There is nothing like regular bloating, but when you have eaten too much of food or when you have not done proper exercises and all and not passed stools, you will have some sort of feeling of bloating. That is regular, that is normal. Everybody, when you have overeaten, you will have some bloated stomach and all. But in IBS, they will always have the feeling of bloated stomach and they feel that something is amiss inside. They are not comfortable with that. So that is called IBS. But that itself will not confirm it is IBS. So there are other symptoms. Why do I feel bloated even when I have not eaten much? That is very common question. They will not be eating too much, but still they will be having bloating. So that is one of the symptoms of IBS. One of the causes for this is, it's not you have eaten too much, but it has not been digested properly or the bowel movement has not happened properly. So that can cause that bloating of the stomach. Gas will be staying inside that. Intestines get filled up with gas and fluid and then get feeling of bloating. The next question is, what foods are likely to cause IBS symptoms? So there are certain known things which are commonly associated with bloating of the stomach, like some of the sugars like oligosaccharides, monosaccharides. There are certain things which are fermented food will cause more bloating of the stomach, but it is not uniform for everybody. So ideally you have to search which is causing the more gas for you. So if you observe, some people for potatoes they will have, for some chana they will have. So different people may have different digestive issues and they will have IBS. So it is better to look for yourself what is causing the bloating and try to avoid it and experiment with it and see and gradually start using it. So there is a different method of approach for this. Does drinking water make it worse or will it help? Again, for some people when they drink water, the bowel movement will start and they'll pass a little gas and all that, they feel better. For some, it won't help. So again, you have to see whether water is going to help you. It's not because a doctor is telling or it is seen it somewhere. So you have to see water intake. If the water intake is too low, yes, it can cause bloating and all. Or if it is too much also, you will have more of a heaviness of the stomach. So you have to observe and follow it. So now there is a new concept of FODMAP diet, FODMAP. These sort of things will be coming very regularly with this one. Don't get carried away with that. In general, FODMAP stands for, F stands for fermented foods, O stands for oligosaccharides, then D stands for disaccharides, M stands for monosaccharides, and A stands for and P stands for polyols. So going into these details of all these things, it will not be useful for a common man. It is all for medical jargon and all, don't worry about it. And you can't go on selecting all these depending on the content what it has. Because each food, we won't eat separately, tomato separately, aloo separately. It will all be mixed. So in that, what can be avoided, what should be this one, in general I will tell. So most of these sort of things are present in fermented food and as well as in onions and then garlic and all that. So make it less. If you feel that when you are eating a lot of garlic or onions, you are having bloating, you know that it is because of that, you can stop it. There are so many things. If you have dietary issue with IBS, better consult a dietitian or a nutritionist or some of the specialists in Ayurveda who will be able to advise you about the diet.